Hello everyone, welcome back to Chaosville with Bedmon Incorporated, and we are at last back at the Night of the Living Dead build. Few developments, the first of which is that my keyboard is going a bit wonky today for some reason. And I'm getting kind of reduced frames. I'm getting reduced frames right now just by virtue of the fact that I'm running two clients. And as you can probably guess from the face cam, I'm not using my earphones because they decided that one half of them will break. Apparently my equipment is falling apart as much as I am. But, as I know a lot of you are wondering, Elemental is pretty close to being completed. He's got basically all of his parts, but at the moment it looks like his motherboard, which I bought with a package for the RAM, was dead on arrival. So as a consequence there, I'm going to have to try and send that back to see if the company I got it from, Aria, can try and fix it, and then I'll get it back and we'll see if it works, and if it does work then we can start filming with it. And there's a scorpion on the top of that hill. That could be painful though. But next episode you'll see on this channel is another Atlantis, which was filmed in a 2-hour block with Falaron and Dazer, so that's going to have the same quality as the first episode, I'm afraid, as will the next two after that. But the next Chaosville is Monday. I don't know if Elemental will be open and running for then, but he almost certainly will be for the one after that. So just to let you know, everything's more or less okay. Just need to sort out some technical glitches that are sort of my history more than anything else. I always have bad luck. That's a common thing. But in the meanwhile, I'm using these cheapo USB headphones, which are actually kind of funky to use, having used earphones for so long. And I have on my lap, because I can't put it on my desk because I haven't got the space, Elemental's keyboard, which looks like it fell out of Battlestar Galactica, but it's actually serving pretty nice. I'm enjoying it. I believe... yeah, I can't quite remember what the name of it is, but I know it's made by the same people who made my mouse, which is Mad Cats / Cyborg. I think they were bought out. So I'll post a link to the keyboard and the mouse in the description, so you can all take a look. And today we are finishing up some rooming inside of the Night of the Living Dead build. We are primarily going to be building up the detail inside of the kitchen. So hop over to my perspective and we shall cut to when I start getting to work on that. So, around here I have, and again, it's around the frame, I don't know what's going on, but again, it should be fixed fairly soonish. I have my portable storage of everything. It's so useful having things in AE drives now, because I can just grab basically everything I own and bring it along with me. So it's really handy, especially since I can search it all. Oh, and that's something I made off camera. That's the Tome of Alcahest, which is a really kind of expensive little thing, but it does have the advantage, once you've got it, which requires like wither skeletons, skulls, and gas tears, and glowstone and all that, you can convert a whole ton of stuff. So, as an example, I can make glowstone out of this. I can also make dragon eggs. And I can also duplicate nether stars, and among a whole bunch of other things, mostly using redstone, which is sort of a pain, but not that big a deal, because hey, I can get a whole bunch of stuff from it. And I've also managed to work through my bees, and I've acquired the glowering bee, which produces, it's basically the glowstone equivalent of the redstone bees, the excited ones. So I've got that in a serum now, and I intend to be using that to make glowstone alongside my redstone. Because you need a lot of glowstone for a lot of the AE recipes, which you never know. But also on the docket is, I have found some interesting bee effects. So I'm going to try and isolate those into serums, and we shall see what I can manage to pull up for a prank sometime soon. But today we are mostly just dealing with making furniture for the most part. So, let's see, I've got some spruce wood planks. I know I've got some other logs around here. Let's see, that's acacia. We've already got a lot of acacia in the building. Let's see if we can find something a little darker than that. Spruce again, oak. Birch is a very light one, but we also have a fair few around the front of the house with the trees, the balsa trees. So I set up a couple of barrels over there. Eek. I know I've had one person jump ship from my Atlantis videos, so to speak, to escape the frames, so I'm sorry, it's not going to get much better very soon. But, with the way I'm staggering the videos, so it'll be Chaosville Atlantis, we should be seeing a rise in Chaosville frames fairly soonish. Okay, so there's the balsa wood, which is very dark, and I think in here, yeah, I have a bunch of teak, and also a bunch of lime, so we'll see if we can find a use for those. Oh, but wait, I'm a fool, because I just realized you can't use those with the handsaw, and we're going to need to. Quite a bit. Nah, we're gonna have to. Well, we'll use, let's use the jungle wood. The jungle wood has a nice colour to it. So once again, I'm referring heavily to what I can see from the dark and gloomy screenshots of, Night of the Living Dead, from the original Night of the Living Dead. Building does look a bit nicer, with all the balsa wood in place. But, not much has changed around here, because we've been fairly busy in Monroeville. I did sort these out, so in here we have non-blocks, and in here we have actual blocks. And there was a bit more copper ore in there, but I shifted that into the storage. So, this hasn't changed pretty much at all. Oh, another thing I made was I finally made a diamond drill, because I was getting tired of having to repair my pick of utility, which is in the storage, just over there, so if I need it, I can pick it up. But that lets me grab things here, and I also managed to get an efficiency 5 enchantment on it, so this is actually a little too strong. Let's just plonk you in the corner over here for now. So, there's a... Well, one thing we do know is that there is a table in the middle of this room. So first thing we need to do is make some table legs. Yep, plank strips. That should do for some nice thick table legs. And now it's going to be a bit of a pain placing these actually up, and also that's a bit too thick for a table leg. Let's see if we can't get those a little thinner. No, I think we're going to have to combine these back again. Can also make them into the columns there, you see, but not what we're looking for. But yes, for those of you who are still wondering, I'm probably not going to need any more donation money. But if you want to send it over my way, I'm not going to stop you, but by all means do not take that as an I need money blocks kind of thing. The donations are more of a tip jar to me than anything else. And how come... Geez, it really doesn't want to place like that, does it? Yeah. Well, we can fix that rather easily. So yeah, when for some reason I've been getting very strangely, for want of a better term, misbehaving keyboard issues lately. It's basically the sticky keys issue, but for like everything. Which I don't think anyone else on the server has been having. But I tried updating my lightweight Java, and I've tried all manner of other things, including resetting my computer, including resetting Hawk a few times. It doesn't really seem to fix it for some reason. And, oop, you don't want to be there. Go efficiency weak. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't seem to resolve the problem. So I'm not really entirely sure what to do with it. Okay, yeah, there we go. A little bit of lag today, because my connection has been kind of in the tubes for the past few days. As you can probably guess. This is actual lag here, where I'm placing 2 blocks, but the frame lags is kind of just normal. I'm going to stop talking about that before it becomes like a major issue. Let's see, we have a table in the middle of the room. That might be a little too big, I'm not entirely positive. But let's add the topping to that. And one of the great things about mini blocks, micro blocks and whatnot, is we can combine them, unlike standard slabs and whatnot. So if need be, I can actually change this over and create a nice little decoration, and I can make this lovely tabletop. Okay, so there. Yep, there. And there. And there. And that gets us a table. One thing I don't like is the ghosting. I know why it's there, but I kind of wish it wasn't there. I kind of wish there was a way to turn that off. Okay, so we know that there is that table, because we see that in pretty much all 3 of the shots to some degree. And we also see a cabinet just behind it next to the entryway door. So let's see what we can do in terms of cabinets. Now the most obvious thing that we could use is the bookcases or the shelves. But I'm not really sure of exactly how to do those. What's this little thing? Metal encased desk, metal encased shelf. I think those are from either Mind Factory Reloaded or Greg Tech. Probably Mind Factory Reloaded, because I sure don't recognize those. Okay, let's take a look at shelves, because I know those exist. Yep, there they are. So birch shelves, potion shelves, jungle shelves, an oak shelf seems like the wise thing for me. But it's night, which means the main downside of my traveling storage, it has run out of power. So let's hop upstairs and grab a quick kip. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting filming with high-level frames, just because if you've been around since Nether Expedition, I've never had like great frames. I started doing videos back when the Nether was laggy as balls and I was using Windows Movie Maker and all sorts, and I've never really gotten better than that. I mean, I've had the occasional increase in frames in Nether Expedition. Not all of this is the lag, by the way. I am actually just trying to move around slowly so that I don't start running in one direction. As opposed to running at one direction, which with this sword would be very nice. But yeah, I've never had great frames, so it's going to be interesting to actually start filming with good frames. I imagine it's going to be fantastic for you guys, but it's going to be strange for me, because I'm used to having to be cautious and careful with what I do. But there are arguments to say that that's actually made me like a fantastic survivor and PvPer and whatnot, because I'm pretty good at surviving in like high-lag situations. In fact, the open door. Thank you. The intro to, well, the original intro to Nether Expedition had me, showed off me getting my Return to Sender achievement, which is when you batter a ghast's fireball back at it. Which was unprecedented for me, because that's not something I'd ever managed to do, simply because high lag. But somehow I managed it. Okay, so we need 3 oak slabs and some planks. Of course, this is the part where a creeper sticks up on me, isn't it? I'm gonna get attacked by a rat, aren't I? I can hear him to my right. Which is no benefit of this. Let's make 2 of these. We can stack them on top of each other if need be. The great feature of this storage is it feeds back like a project table. Where is that rat that I'm hearing? Weirdly, if I stare into the sky, I get much better frames. I don't know why that is, but again, not talking about that. So, back into the kitchen. where I belong. Have any of you been watching or reading rather Sinfest? Yeah, that's the shelf in GUI, so we can stick all my other stuff in there. Kind of needs to be taller than that. We'll make that. We'll make a couple more. If you've been reading Sinfest for a while, and I've been reading it for like years, although lately I'm not entirely sure why. You may know about the how do I put this? The issue it's had recently of, as in like within the last 2 years, of being tremendously feminist. Like we're talking radical kind of feminism. Which wouldn't really be so bad if it was just like the occasional like comic or the occasional character. But in the case of Sinfest, it's led to the remodeling of 2 main characters at least. It's become like I think he's made so many new Tatsuya Ishida, who makes Sinfest, has made so many new radical feminist characters now that they are a majority of his cast, and it seems like just about every other comic is about it. And he's had some absolute... It's like, to be clear, I am pro-gender equality. I wouldn't say I'm a feminist, I wouldn't say I'm a masculinist, if that's indeed the term, but I believe there is no reason to prevent 2 people from getting married if they want to get married and they are consenting adults. I believe that someone's genitalia should not determine their pay grade and all sorts. But just the kind of feminism that Ishida puts into his pages of late is really the kind that makes me want to gouge my eyes out in stupidity, because it's just so tremendously extreme. It's like, it's basically saying that all manner of anti-female kind of things are the work of the devil and a global conspiracy by the patriarchy, and there's a matrix lining that informs people and demands that they work in a certain way and all sorts. And it's just absolute... I know that there are things in modern human society that could do with being sorted out. I freely admit that. But it's just absolute, like, rubbish, the kinds of things that Ishida tries to put on the air of being, like, actually real. And there's a few theories as to why he's gone down this route, basically, but one of them that's seemingly particularly popular is that he's gotten a radical feminist girlfriend of some description, and that's just kind of, for want of a better term, corrupting him and all sorts, but he doesn't talk to his fans very much. To the point that I really don't know. What's going on with that door? Is that just... Did that door open? I heard another door somewhere. Oh, it must be the door on the other side. Oh! I wonder if it's the fence bug. Or rather the fence gate bug, because the fence gates and the trapdoors have the same thing, which is they'll turn on, they'll open and close on redstone just like the wooden door, but if you give them an update when they're not being powered by redstone, they'll close. Which is a bit of an odd one, but there we go. This isn't going to be perfect, but at least it connects. Okay, so we'll call that our... It's a full-on cabinet, but I don't know if we necessarily want to have access to this. So I'm not sure. There's a slime from a zombie horse outside, isn't there? Which is a new thing. Zombie horses coming to Minecraft. Rather worryingly, zombie horses coming to Minecraft courtesy of Dr. Zark, who is the guy who makes the zombie horses that we have to deal with around here, as well as a host of other mobs. So I'm sort of on mixed feelings about that, on the basis that I know his work, and I know the kind of stuff that he is inclined to do with regards to coding and such. There you go, I think. But yeah, we've started on getting... The problem with doing microblocks is they're very tedious, and they require precision placement, and you have to pick out the right materials and all sorts. But the kitchen already looks kind of nicer for them, so we'll do some more work on this next time, because we are getting close to the end of the episode. I'm filming this Tuesday, this goes up Friday, and Atlantis is then Monday, so Chaosville shall return with us completing or continuing at least the kitchen decoration on the Thursday of next week. And I shall catch you next time. Catch you later, guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and or a favourite. Follow me on Twitter and subscribe to be notified of future updates. You can also check out the website where most other content is uploaded. That's all for now. Catch you later.